What is up, ladies and gents? Happy Super Bowl weekend, one day away from the biggest game of the year. And the fellas are in here rocking. We want to get you some locks today, as well as our Hail Mary parlay. Maybe put in a little action, too, between the two teams today. But definitely excited for tomorrow's game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Fran 49ers. Let's get this thing off and rolling. We got North Glenn's finest over in the corner. We got the Soch man himself. Soch, how we feeling?
Feeling good. I think I found some three props that I like, so I'm ready to sling those out for us, and looking forward to seeing what you guys got. So I mean, it's all good. We're one day away. The day's finally almost here, so I'm ready to get into some action and toss some money out.
Absolutely. And then we got our guy, the just one man, but today he's got that coffee mug in his hand. We got the Witster down below. Wit, how we feeling?
I'm feeling better, man. Like about with COVID, but I'm feeling better. But it gave me a lot of time to lounge around, grease the wheels. I think I got some good ones coming your way.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we have the money man himself, the big guy. We got Big E. E, how are we doing?
What's up? Morning. I'm excited. Yeah, it's finally here. The game one more day. Glad to see Witt safe back from assignment. Can't wait to hear what he put together out there on assignment today. It's going to be a good show.
After his he got some time. And, you got to give your guys some rest days every once in a while, You got to. But no, excited for today's shows, fellas. We'll get it off and rolling real quick before we kind of hop into our locks and the parlay. Let's just go around real quick and let the people know again just who we're kind of in for this Super Bowl, who we're taking the win at all. Real quick, we'll start with you, Soch, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still sticking with the Chiefs. I've been saying it all week, and I think the final, or not the final, but I think the spread is still at what's it called? What is the spread at?
1.5.
1.5. So I mean, yeah. I'm pretty much the play that I would do is just Kansas City money line. So that'll be just who I'm rocking with. I just don't think I can go against Mahomes at this point. I know, it's still, team versus team, but I just like Mahomes in this matchup, and I just think, that they'll just find a way to get it done. So that'll be the team that I'm rocking with still, and yeah, that's pretty much my pick for the sides.
Absolutely. Who you feeling?
Yeah, I'm still on Kansas City for a few reasons. Number one, experience. Number two, Mahomes, and you can flip-flop those either way. I think they go hand in hand. And number three, I just think they're clicking at the right time, and that defense has played a lot better than San Francisco's. I know when you line them up and you look at talent player for player, if you were drafting a fantasy team, I think you're going to draft more San Francisco players. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it end up, some explosive plays and a special teams or defensive play that propels them to win. But I can't look past those three fundamental things when it comes to football. You got the best player on the field. Your defense is better than the opposing defense, at least the entire season and definitely down the stretch, in addition to just the experience on that side of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. E, what are we thinking?
I'm on the opposite. I'm over there. I'm on the Niners, but I think what I'm going to do, it's -2 on DraftKings, so and that's at 110. So I think I might just take the money line at -120 and the Niners in the money line. And right now with the over-under, it's 47.5. So I got a feeling it's going to get pounded today, tomorrow morning, and bring it up to about 48.5, and then I'm going to probably go with the under. But for right now, it'd be San Francisco money line and the under.
Absolutely.
And all the points are clear, and I think if you match up everything, I think the Chiefs are the hot team, hot coach, players, everything. But the thing that bothers me more than anything else is that in Vegas, not on the online app, but in Vegas, 76% of the money is on the Chiefs, and I can't see Vegas doing that without moving the line to try to balance that money out, right? So that's where my basis or foundation of this pick's coming from. It's not an X and O type pay. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be clear. My head and my heart are not aligned. My heart is I want the Niners to win. That's who I want to win. But my head and everything, I have money on the Chiefs money line. on a private bet, and then I'll be laying some prop and some other things. But I think he's right. I like the over right now. I think I could even see it getting up to 49 and a half. I think it'll get pounded. Like he said, 48 and a half. That changes a lot of things because now you got to be at a weird point total at 48 and a half, but 47 and a half, you can sit there at, you're 27, 21, boom, you're over. You know what I mean? You're 31, 17, you're over. So that's the piece that I like. I would probably slip down to the under with E on that.
100%. Yeah, and then I'm with E on it as well. I'm leaning over to the San Francisco 49ers. I've kind of said this throughout the past couple shows. This has definitely been the Chiefs' down year team-wise, and look at the accomplishments they've still been able to do. But at some point, I just think that team and that talent runs out, the lack of talent they have over there. And I think, the 49ers, this is their chance right here. I mean, they got all the units they need over here, and I'm totally with you on this one, right? Vegas and the people right now seem to be smacking the Chiefs. And so I think that's a good sign for the Niners in a way. So I'm going to lean with that 49ers money line. Minus 120, you can get it. I love it there. I think that's some good value for a money line per se. And then, we'll keep the props and stuff flowing. I'm excited, fellas. I'm excited to get going. Let's give the people what they want. Let's hop into the parlay segment of the show, our Hail Mary. We'll go around, see what the odds are and everything. We got to get a big game today, fellas. Big game tomorrow, sorry. But let's get it flowing. Let's get some good energy going. We'll start with you, Sach, for your lock for the Hail Mary.
So I'm going to need a sec on the Hail Mary pick. So if like E or Whit wants to start, just give me 1 sec.
Yeah, I got you. We'll go to Whit.
Are we talking about the parlay, or are we talking about something I'm going to lay that's very far-fetched?
We'll start with the parlay for the viewers and listeners out there. And then
we're just giving out our lock right now. Like
yeah.
Building the parlay.
Yeah.
We're building the parlay right now. Yeah,
okay, gotcha. Never mind. Okay, I'm good to go. My bad.
Go ahead, Sach.
So my favorite play of the day, or for the game tomorrow, I'm gonna go Noah Gray over 1.5 receptions. I've been obviously saying, singing his praises for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I just think I still like him in this spot. I mean, he's been getting his targets still. The game plan that I think for Mike Shanahan and them is going to be obviously to neutralize Kelsey from getting deep into their coverage. So I like Noah Gray, or I like Pat Mahomes to just get a couple passes out to Noah Gray, first possession. I know it's all going to be scripted. Obviously, the Chiefs are one of the best teams to start the games. I think they've scored on their opening drive in 8 straight games. And I do see Noah Gray in the game plan, as we even saw last week. He was getting a bunch of targets, a bunch of, just little throws. I don't necessarily like his yards like I picked last time. I just like to stick with his two receptions at minus 120. So that'll be what I'm rocking with. They do run a lot of 2 tight end sets, obviously. And I could see him even going over 3 catches. But I'm going to just stick with the 1.5 at minus 120. That's my favorite play that I like so far, looking at these. So that'll be the first leg for us. If you guys like that, what you guys think about that one?
Like it. 1.5.
What's the?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Oh, that was on ESPN.
No, I mean, is that plus 110 or what do?
Minus 120.
Minus 120. I like it.
Yeah, minus 120.
Yeah, I mean, he would have hit that. He would have hit that in Baltimore, except for, I mean, he got the targets. Just the passes weren't clean. They were at his feet, but he definitely had the targets. And
no, he got his 2 receptions. He got his 2 receptions in Baltimore, because I picked his yards last time, but I'm going with his receptions for this one, over 1.5 catches.
Okay.
I like it, Sach.
A little bit more. Yeah.
I love it. He's a background guy, behind the scenes, right? There's going to be a lot of focus on Kelsey tomorrow. This guy comes in, I love it. Who we got, Whit?
Plays off mine really nice. It's another tight end, same team. I'm going with, and this is gonna send the parlay in the direction. I'm going to go anytime touchdown for Travis Kelce. And why? Because he's at plus 100. He's at plus 100 for an anytime touchdown. I don't know who else is going to score outside of Pacheco or a big play. So they're going to have to get down there close. But I think Kelce is the only one outside of Valdez Scantling, Rice getting loose, but he's not. That's going to be able to score. I think Kelsey's going to get the opportunities. I think Kelce. There's also one out there. I need to check what it's at now. But Kelsey's receptions. I think Kelce is going to have an abundance of opportunities, regardless of how they decide to cover him. And I like the odds that if he gets 8 to 11 targets, that he scores plus 100.
I love that, Whit. That was something I was tracking too. I'm definitely gonna have a little something for a little T Kelce anytime TD as well. Yeah, plus 100, just some great value there. And to what you said, I mean that's their red zone threat right there. That's the guy they're looking for when they're on the goal line. So love it.
When you look at the two, so 1, 2, 3, right? You got McCaffrey sitting at minus 210 anytime touchdown, Pacheco minus 120, and you immediately go to Kelce at plus 100. The value for me, I'm not going to pass that up. So I'm gonna throw some money on Kelce, and I think that'll significantly increase the payout of this parlay.
Absolutely. Cool. We'll go over to E-Money.
Hey, all right. So this one's another minus 120. I think it's the easiest to hit of them all. But I'm gonna take Harrison Butker over 1.5 field goals. I just think if the Chiefs have one chink in that offense, it's inside the 20. I don't think Andy Reid is not Dan Campbell. Andy Reid's going to take points when he can get points. Yeah, he's not going to be running this up. This is the Super Bowl. To ask this guy to kick 2 field goals, I don't see that being outside. I think that's the most likely of all of my plays that are going to hit it is he'll have his 2. It might even be first possession. It'd be 3-0 Chiefs. But, yeah, Harrison Butker. And that's at minus 120.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I like that one. I could co-sign that. That was going to be one of my player props that I had. I had 4 total, so I definitely have. I have 3 now, but I mean I'm all over that Harrison Butker. Over 1.5 field goals. Like you said, mainly Andy Reid's not. He's going to take the points when he needs to take the points. He's not going to try to get cute. This is the Super Bowl. One of the better and smarter coaches, I think. And honestly, last game, too, he should have had his 2 field goals, but Mahomes got sacked, and then they got like a holding penalty that pushed them way out of the field goal range. So this should have hit in all 3, I think, right? All 3 playoff games so far, all 3 playoff games?
Yeah,
has he hit this?
I'm liking it. It should be pretty solid. So.
Yeah. So I like that
100%.
one, too.
So what's the anchor, ZJ?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back with Old Faithful. Trend's been hot here. A guy I've made a good amount of money on. I know Sach has as well. I'm going George Kittle, 50-plus receptions at minus 118, fellas. I love it here. Out of his last 10 games, he's hit this 7 times.
That's a Super Bowl
50-plus yards or receptions?
50 yards.
50 receptions.
50-plus yards, my bad.
Like, man, minus 118, that's the bar.
50-plus receiving yards is what I'm going with for George Kittle. Old Faithful guys bringing it home. Like I said, in his last 10 games, he has hit this 7 times, 7 out of 10. He's their go-to guy, and what I like here, the difference between him and Travis Kelce is Kittle is the guy who's going to leak out for you. You could see Kittle here with one of the longest receptions of the game, which I love. And it's one of those things, they're going to be heavily guarded on Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, but George Kittle is that middle of the field guy, the guy that breaks up the defense, which I really love. He's going to be a huge factor in this game. I just know it. Whit, I don't think you were here. I was telling E, though, they were showing clips of him in the prior Super Bowl he was in versus the Chiefs. And as soon as they lost, they put the camera on Kittle, and he's like, he kept repeating to himself. He's like, I'm going to remember this feeling. I'm going to remember this feeling. I'm going to be back. I'm going to take it. I'm going to be back. I love George Kittle here. He's going to be a total X factor. So, again, I'm rocking with George Kittle, 50-plus receiving yards at minus 118. We are going to lock that in, ladies and gents.
I love it. And you know why? I think that him and Kelce, I think I think Kelsey's got that dog, but I think Kittle's like, hey, he may be the greatest, but I don't. This is where I'm going to get my due when I'm going to go into like top 10 or top 15. I really think he's going to come out, man. He's like, he may have the girl, he may have the ring. I think the dude is hungry. I think he's going to demand the ball. It's going to be a difficult matchup. I like that one.
Yeah, and I love too, right? That he was still on the San Fran team when they lost the first time against KC, so he knows what that feeling's like. He wants to get one for sure. So he'll make some big plays. I can guarantee that. But we'll review the odds real quick with Sachman. But before we do that, shout out to all the viewers and listeners right now. We are live on Twitch, X, YouTube, all platforms across the board. Guys, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow. But if you are viewing right now, just comment what you're thinking, what you're seeing for this Super Bowl, anything you would like the fellas to go over, and who you are going for in this Super Bowl matchup. But let's get back to that parlay, Sach. What do you got cooked up for us odds-wise?
Yeah, so just to make sure that we're on the same page, we got Noah Gray over 1.5 receptions, Travis Kelce touchdown, Harrison Butker over 1.5 field goals made, and then we got George Kittle 50+ receiving yards. Those odds come out to plus 1277.
Wow.
100 to win $1,277, or whatever you want to do. But those are some good odds right there.
I love it. That's some great juice right there.
And I'm glad we don't have 2 touchdowns. I thought we were going to have 2 touchdowns or like 2 receiving. We're kind of split up, and like every single prop is a little different. So that's good to see.
That's a good mix.
I like it. Our last one was plus 1186, and we missed it because of Wiggins decided to party in Atlanta the night before. Whatever he was doing.
Kaminga.
I don't even remember his name, dude. I haven't looked at that dude. And he's been balling since. I think he only went under one time since then. God.
Excellent. Yeah, so some good juice on that one, ladies and gents, plus 1,277. Let us know how you feel about it. I'm definitely going to be locked into this one. I love the plays, fellas. I love that we're all across the board. I'm loving E's little kicker play. Like I said, the Travis Kelce one, with Witt, I just think that's your guy when you get to the red zone. And then Sach has definitely been locked in on Noah Gray, which I've really liked because he's that behind-the-scenes guy. So we'll keep it rolling. Before we get to our other kind of props for the day and everything, just wanted to open up the floor. Any special props any of the fellows are feeling? Just some kind of fun ones to throw out there to the audience. What do you guys like with that? If you like any. If not, totally fine. But we'll start with Sach.
Not special props in a way. I guess I got to look. But, I'm doing the opening kickoff to be returned. We've been saying that pretty much on every show. I'm a find that somewhere, but I know you can pretty much get that at like minus, normal minus 120, minus 110. You can get that around there somewhere. So that'll be a specialty prop that I'm going with. And then just to add another one on that me and E have done, I would put some money on McCaffrey, obviously, to get the Super Bowl MVP. Don't mean to steal your thunder, E, but I think that's just extremely good value for that type of prop. So
it's like plus 460.
Yeah, like 450, 460, something like that.
Yeah, that's a great one. What you thinking, Whit? You got any special one, if any?
So I'm gonna play this one. It's plus 2,600. Bear with me, and it feeds into E's take on one of them. Each team to score a touchdown, a field goal in each half. That's not unheard of, right? That's not unheard of. I like that one. I'm gonna put some money on that. It's plus 2,600. The other one I like is and back to Kelce. Travis Kelce, 25 yards in each half at plus 100. I think that's not a far stretch out there, but a touchdown, you figure 10 points in the first half, 10 points in the second half. Each team, you'd be looking at 40 total overall points. I told you guys at the beginning, 47. I like the over. I think this is going to be a higher scoring than people think. I think if it gets, like he said, to 48.5 to 49, I think the points for me get wonky, but I like the over at 47.5. and I think there's going to be something. I just think it's going to be different than people think, and so I'm going to go with that. But it's at plus 2,600, so put a little bit on it. It's fun. Hopefully you see the score and then get paid for it. Because Andy Reid's going to take the points, and I think Shanahan is going to take the points too, and the Niners have had trouble in the red zone as well. So I think that Shanahan's going to take all the points he can get, and he's going to be holding on white knuckles in the second half because if he blows any kind of lead, I don't know. I don't know where you go. Blew it in the Super Bowl with the Falcons as a coordinator. You blew it in the Super Bowl with the Niners. And if you blow it here to the same team, Andy Reid, again, you're going to have some things, and that's the knock on him. So I think he's going to take the points too. He's going to be ultra conservative.
There we go. What you thinking, E?
So I like the Chiefs first quarter plus 0.5. The Niners haven't scored in the first quarter of the whole playoffs against Green Bay or Detroit. I just think Andy Reid's going to have that play set, and it's probably going to be a 15, one of those 12, 15, maybe not 15, but 12 play drives in that first quarter that's just going to take the clock down, and Niners maybe get one shot at it. But they haven't scored in the first quarter all playoffs. They 0 against Green Bay, 0 against Detroit. They'll probably keep up with this. Then they come back later. And so, I like Kansas City that first quarter. And they're getting a 0.5, so it doesn't really with the – go ahead.
And in the Chiefs, on their first drive in their last 8 postseason games, they have their last 8 games, they got 6 touchdowns on their first drive and 2 field goals. So that backs what's up, or that backs God, I keep calling them that backs up E's, first quarter. I like the first quarter spread right there, especially like you said, if their first drive, I think is going to be like a 12, 15-yard drive, just like you said. So that's perfect.
You guys gave a serious one. I thought we were on the
I thought we were too. Everyone's popping in all seriously because mine are a little different.
I guess we just.
But me and E also the first or the CMC MVP at plus 450. We're kind of both on that from the beginning too. So that's out.
ZJ told me if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You don't even.
It don't make sense. Yeah, my favorite team to bet on is the one that brings me money.
What's rocking?
That's my favorite team.
So,
but
I'm not trying to figure out what color Gatorade is or what.
I know. I just thought it would be fun. It's the Super Bowl. That's where you get you just get the fun ones in when you're with the fellas. You put like 20 on it, and it's just a fun one or whatnot. Nothing that's gonna break your bank. But I'm gonna be a little silly with it, like you just said. But I am going with a Gatorade color here, fellas. Just a little something for the viewers and listeners out there. Just to do it. You don't have to or not, but just
before the show. Yeah, this one rehearsed.
Yeah, just
I didn't know he was going that route.
Of course, once we get off of this segment, I got my serious plays and I got my own parlay I'm going to throw out to the world. But for some fun ones just to throw out there, I'm going with the Gatorade color to be red. You got 2 red teams. You got Big Red out there, big Super Bowl. We'll see. Maybe not, but you can find that around like plus 300 to plus 500 depending on where you're at. So I'm going with the Gatorade color to be red for this Super Bowl. And then for the next one, I think Usher, the first song he's going to come out to is Yeah. Not sure on the odds to that one, but he will come out to Yeah. He will come out to Yeah. He's going to be a little A-Town down. He's going to be he's going to be rocking with it. So I like those two. Those are just some fun ones to throw up. I'm looking forward to. I don't know how you guys feel, but there's been a couple halftime shows where I've been really excited for. This one is definitely on that list. I'm very excited to see Usher at the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be awesome. Dude's like the full package entertainer. He can dance. He can sing. He's got the songs that get the crowd going. He's also got the songs that serenade. So I'm loving it. I'm excited. I am excited for that part in tomorrow's little action too. But nonetheless, we will get over to the more serious side of things, ladies and gents, and we will get the fellas more of their props or any plays they got going for us. But before we do that, Soch, who is today's video sponsor brought to you by?
videos. Today was brought to you by Crown Royal. Witt's got it. Joey's in his cup.
Showed up, Witt.
My gosh. Probably like the only thing that came out of Canada that I really like, you know?
That's
Absolutely.
from Canada?
Yeah, man. Canadian whiskey, man. Come on.
I didn't even know that. Well, good shout out to our Canadian people, our Canadian audience.
Yeah, appreciate
I'm definitely going to have a little
30% of our
Crown.
viewers up in Canada. We love you in the northern frontier up there. We do love you. I like everything comes out of Canada, maple syrup, all the good stuff.
I take it back. I did go to a Toronto International Air Show twice. Some of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my life up there. Some of the most beautiful specimens.
There you go.
Yeah,
Specimens.
like gorgeous. So props to Canada on what they're putting out genetically up there. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Brought to you guys by Crown Royal. Something sweet, something sticky. One sip's going to have you feeling right for tomorrow's game. So we'll keep it up and popping. We're going to go around now. Any parlays or just player props you guys really like for this Super Bowl outside of the one we just did for the Hail Mary? I really love that Hail Mary play. I think we're clicking on all cylinders. But just go around the room again. You know, what else you guys are kind of looking like? What's your analysis looking like? And we'll start with Sach.
Yeah, so for my first play, I'm going to go George Kittle over 21.5 yards as his longest reception at -115. He's hitting 4 out of the last 5 games, and the only game he did it was against Washington, that last game of second to last for the regular season. They ran the ball 40 times that game, so that's a big reason on why he didn't hit it. I think George Kittle's averaging 30 yards after the catch in all those 5 games, and that's pretty much what sends him over this line in pretty much every game was when he turns that 14-yard catch into 24, 30, 40, even 50 yards that he's done. So the 49ers have led the league this year in 20-plus yard completions, and out of those, it was like 74 20-yard completions. And 49 out of those 74 have been passes that travel less than 20 yards. So that their big thing is, you know, Kyle Shanahan gets them into open space, get some good spots where they can just, you know, they have one-on-one matchups. The Chiefs have a great defense, but their weakness in their terms have been their open field tackling and the yards after the catch. They were about average. They were just an average team with yards after the catch. So I like Kittle to turn that 14-yarder into about 22-plus for sure. And the Chiefs, they were rated top 10 this year in man coverage defense. So they will go man coverage, I think, throughout this game. And with the 49ers against man coverage defense, George Kittle led their team with 417 yards in man coverage. So that everything that I've looked at, everything that I've seen, it all points to this line that I think he's going to hit it. So, like I said, I hope the Chiefs are in man coverage as most as possible. They were one of the better teams, and the Niners love Kittle in man coverage. So I'm going to go with that one, especially with his yards after the catch. It's going to take 2 dudes to bring him down, I think. One catch, you know, on a little slant, stiff arm, you know, he's got it. So that'll be my first prop, you know, they'll swing out.
I love it, Sach. Kind of back, you know, we've been on George Kittle a lot this year, which has been great. He tends to do amazing things. And I think what people forget is, of course, a lot of money will be on, I believe a lot of money is going to be on Travis Kelce tomorrow, just with the hype, what's going on with him, right? He's one of the most known players in the league now, and, you know, his lady's going to be flying out from Japan, so there's going to be a lot of hype around Travis Kelce. But I think what the public does forget sometime is George Kittle is exactly that, too. He is that guy, too. So a lot of great things to happen. So I love it, Sach. I really do. What you feeling, Whit?
I like a lot of the. I actually had Kittle over 50 receiving yards before we start the show. I think that's a safe bet. I think that's going to happen. Like I said, I didn't come up with that soliloquy like just when you made that bet. I think the tight ends are going to absolutely try to show out, and I think Kittle is hungry to be like, I'm that guy. 2. And I like Debo Samuels at plus 155 for anytime touchdown. I think they're going to get him in space. I think when they are down there, I think there'll be a lot of play action to McCaffrey. And I think they'll try to get it out to him. I think there'll be some screens. I think you'll see Debo in the backfield as well. I think you'll see a lot of McCaffrey, Debo sets in the same area, same space to draw a lot of attention. But I think they will feed them, and look for a late game play after they baited them all game with Debo and McCaffrey to Ayuk over the top or something like that. So I think you'll see a heavy or even Kittle on a crosser. I don't know, but I think you'll see them in a lot of the same area to set up something later in the game if the game remains close. So I like that. And then I like Ease. I'm gonna pick Ease up for sure. I'm gonna pick up the Chiefs at plus a half in the first quarter. I like that one a lot. I was looking at some points and stuff. I didn't see that one, but I looked at it now. I like that one a lot. I do think Andy Reid's going to script something, and I think it'll probably be 10-7 in the first quarter, or 7-3 in the first quarter, or even 3-0 or 7-0. So I like the Chiefs to come out and have not the jitters that the Niners will have.
Absolutely. E-Money, what do you want the people to know?
I gave it last week and Thursday. MVS over 1.5 receptions. Old brick hand, he's coming through. He's had 2 the last 2 games, and
old brick hands.
He's gonna come through. Yeah, he's got this. I love that one as well. That's probably besides our Hail Mary, that's my last one. But MVS over 1.5 receptions.
Yeah, I mean it's so low, right? So low, 2 catches.
Yeah,
2 catches. So yeah, it is nice. All right, fellas. Well, I did it a little differently here. I got ZJ's Las Vegas Super Bowl lay of the day. Built my own little parlay here, and I'm gonna get off and rolling with it. Some things I really like. Obviously, I'm taking the 49ers to win this game. I just think this is their time. They're gonna do it. I think they have the right team around them, the right coach around them. So for my first play in this parlay, I'm going with the San Francisco money line. And then next up, I'm going Christian McCaffrey, just anytime TD. He's going to have the rock in his hands. What E has been saying all week is, we're going to get Brock Purdy. We're going to get his confidence going first. There's going to be a lot of Christian McCaffrey runs in these first half and whatnot. So San Fran money line, Christian McCaffrey, anytime TD. And then I'm rolling over with Witt on this one. I love this one as well. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown here. He's their guy, red zone threat. And then I'm just going back to what I know. George Kittle, 50-plus receiving yards. Ladies and gents, that 4-leg parlay, ZJ's Las Vegas Super Bowl lay, is plus 728. So I love that one. I think you could get some easy hits there and whatnot. But again, I'm rolling with San Fran to win it all. So, of course, I got that money line in there. Plus 728, ladies and gents. I'm locked and loaded.
Wow,
that is smooth and sticky.
Yeah, get it off and rolling.
Yeah, and I got another play that I like, another prop, and it's probably one that a lot of people aren't looking at, but I like Brock Purdy over 8.5 yards as his longest rush. He's hit in both of the playoff games this year, and especially after I think it was kind of eye-opening to him last week. He was looking like Lamar Jackson, obviously, or 2 weeks ago against the Lions, later in the game. Yeah. I think the Chiefs blitz a lot. They blitz on 28% of QB dropbacks, and that means just pocket collapse. And I think Purdy's going to have to, a couple times, try to scramble and get out of that pocket and run the ball. So I think this is a perfect spot for him. The Chiefs allowed Tua, who's not a runner at all. He had 14 yards as his longest rush. Obviously, Josh Allen, he's a lot more of a rushing quarterback. 18. Lamar, 21. Easton Stick, 15. And Jake Browning had an 8-yard rush. So there's a couple guys in there that aren't typically runners of the football. And I think Brock Purdy, especially after this postseason, and even last postseason, 1 out of the 2 games that he played, he went over 8.5 as his longest rush. So I think it's a quick hitter. I think you could get it at any time in the game at plus 100. And I just really like Brock Purdy, especially with how Steve Spagnuolo will, I think, blitz him in a lot of spots. So pocket collapse and, Brock being able to use his feet, I think, will be a key component for him to not, make mistakes and, throw passes or that he shouldn't. So I like his legs in this one too.
I like it, Saj.
Cool. Well,
Nice.
Excellent, fellas. Yeah, fired up Super Bowl weekend, guys. We are going to get off and rolling real quick before we start to slowly wrap up this show. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts. You can get us on Instagram, TikTok at The Bet Champ Show, as well as X at Bet Champ Show. We give out free plays every day, guys. From right now on, we are giving out these free plays. So tune in, leave us some comments. Let us know what you're feeling for this Super Bowl. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you're feeling with the fellas. If you're rolling with the Hail Mary, any plays you think we missed, we are here to chat with you guys. But we are locked in for this Super Bowl. And lastly, to kind of start to wrap up the show, we got to settle a little business here, fellas. Big Super Bowl, big week, last NFL game of the season. Are the fellas going to throw a little wager in? Sach and Witt versus ZJ and E. What are we thinking?
I decline.
Hey, man, I like this guy.
Respectfully,
we're both
I respectfully decline.
respectful.
It's the big game. We got to get a little wager in there. A little something between the two teams.
I'm enjoying this game. My blood pressure is already high, Zeech. It's already high.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you win, you just got to get in and get out. Witt and I won. We got in, got out.
Got our stake.
Especially only because I don't extremely love where I'm just going to hammer one of the spreads. I really don't like it. So that's pretty much why. I could definitely see the Niners winning.
Yeah.
I mean, last week was 2 weeks ago was a different scenario because we were getting it at +4 with Mahomes. So I don't really like it. That's the only reason why I'm not going to like it.
This isn't really about the game. Zach psychologically is still in the L column, so he wants to get out of it. He's just like, man, the last time we bet, he's still out of L. He hasn't played since, so he's trying. He's chasing right now, and it's sad to see. If we're gonna do anything, I would have you acapella a Taylor Swift song on our next episode. To the missus, maybe Love Story or something like that. But it wouldn't be food, man. We're gonna take that steak dinner. We're gonna post that on the site. It's gonna be a good time. Have some cigars. When that, we'll put that one to bed, and then we'll branch out onto NBA finals at that point.
Yeah, plenty of sports.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
I do have one more thing.
I have one more play that I like too. Go ahead, E.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, I misread our agenda. I thought we were going to do our long Hail Mary. We still doing that, ZJ? Or
yeah,
throw it out there. Yeah.
Oh, so it's +1,000. This is kind of like what you do, but I like Kyle Juszczyk anytime touchdown.
I was looking at
switched it up from I switched it up. I'm going with Kyle. He's on the field. He's on the field. He's there in the 10. He got a touchdown last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl. I just think again it's +1,000, so you're not putting your whole bankroll on that, but I could see that definitely coming to fruition. He actually has more targets than Jawan Jennings inside the 20 for the Niners. So, that's just another player. But, yeah, I like that one. That one at +1,000, sprinkle a little something on it, and good luck, guys.
Yeah, I definitely see, I could see, Juszczyk just coming out on a little play action, just a little 1-yard pass just to fake it to CMC. Or even if they're on the
Everybody thinks it's going McCaffrey.
Fullback little handoff right there, just get it in. It's definitely not.
He's a Niner favorite. It's just, but +1,000. So I threw away the Mitchell one after I dissected a little more, and I put him in that place.
Yeah,
but that's my Hail Mary shot of the day.
And I'll throw out one that I really like, especially at plus money. A guy that, we haven't given out any defensive props, and I thought he was going to throw out a defensive prop. I thought maybe we might be on the same one here, but I like Fred Warner over 5.5 tackles at +115. hit it in both of these playoff games. A guy that you can just put anywhere in the linebacker field, and he's going to make plays. He's going to be flying around sideline to sideline. The Chiefs give up their bottom 9 or their bottom 8 in tackles versus linebackers, and I think that's especially because you got you got Kelsey, you got Noah Gray, you got Pacheco. These are guys that were Fred Warner can easily hit this line over 5.5 tackles. So I like that one as well.
I like it.
To just throw it out there, I couldn't not just smack that one. So I like give me big Fred over 5.
Get that.
Just the dog, especially in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to be flying around everywhere.
Sach is always in the deep end. He's like bottom 8 in tackles by linebackers. And Sach, where do you go to find that info? Is that Outlier?
Outlier.
Good gracious.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's particularly because the Chiefs don't have like a lot of deep threats. A lot of their stuff is 5-10 yards down the field. I mean, no one's catching the ball, so I mean, I like him in this.
A lot of Kelsey. They do a lot of digs, a lot of hooks. Man, it's crazy. I feel like I'm over here with floaties on, and Sox is always in the deep end. He's up in the
I try to
analytics on that.
Go where the money is. Yeah, you got to go where the money is.
You got to have your analysis, Whit.
I'm just a guy, man. I'm the gunslinger, man. Plus 2,600. You got each team scoring a touchdown field goal in the first half. 2,600. I gave that a while ago. I'm just an average fan, man, in the garage.
I got you.
Jones,
yeah.
Jones, don't be just kidding. Don't be scared to take a couple inches back from the camera, man. Don't we don't need a full
Jones or me?
So, yeah.
Jones or me?
Jones.
Like, I was like, I'm kind of far back.
He just stares there like there he is again. He goes like way deep into the camera.
I'm just. All right. Well, all right, ladies and gents, big weekend.
I know you're in a studio.
I know. I'm out of pocket. I'm out of pocket right now, guys. I'm across borders right now. In a different state. I don't got my main setup here, so I gotta.
A different state. Where you at?
Understood.
I'm at the lady's house. I'm at a different state.
Where does she live?
Just little couple ways down the road.
You're in a different
estate. I'm in a different estate. Yeah.
Oh, estate.
But that'll
flip that hat around. What's on the other side of that hat?
But that'll do it for today's episode, ladies and gents. We got the Bet Champs show. Hopefully you liked all the props as well as our parlays we are dishing out today. That'll do it for the fellas. Just quick around the room. Anything lastly you would guys just like to say to the audience before we get into the Super Bowl?
I'll post all of the player props. I'll make a graphic. They'll be posted on all the socials for people that missed, and I'll send them in our group chat as well, just so we're all on the same page of what everyone's rocking with. And biggest thing is just enjoy it, have fun, drink responsibly. And
no booze for me, man. This Super Bowl will be dry.
Exactly. And I'm just really looking forward. This is the last game of the year. It's sad to see, but
will be dry.
We're on to bigger and better things after this game. So I'm just ready for this game to just start, man. I'm anxious.
Over under that hat he has on is Mickey Mouse or something. Turn around, Jones.
No, it's not Mickey Mouse. It's not nothing.
You don't want to turn it around. Oh, yeah, it's a woman's golf hat. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's just a blank.
Brand new. Brand new. They got the sticker on it. What the kids are doing.
This is my hat.
There it is. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
What you got, E? Anything for the audience?
Hey, enjoy the game. Bet responsibly. And, hopefully we gave you guys some winners. Where we 16-6 with the playoffs so far going into this weekend. So we're 16-6. We'll put that up anywhere. And ZJ, I know you got the final comment, and you're excited to mess around with that little feather duster you got in the vase behind you. So, I'll go ahead and add mine there.
Hey, clean them oil paintings off, man. oil painting.
Little feather duster.
Little pheasant tail back there.
Like the fella said, it's all fun here, guys. Super Bowl weekend, 16-6 in this playoff run. So we are rocking hot with the fellas. So be sure to hop with us. Let us know how we're doing. We do all the hard work for you guys. We're doing all the analytics. We are tossing out these free plays to you guys each day, each week, whatever you like. We got the action for you guys. That'll do it for today's The Bet Champ show, guys. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Spend it with your friends, family. Get a little action in on the game, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Later, boys.
Oh.